People, deluded, I'm back again. Now, you know, Elneny played a very good game yesterday against Fulham. I know many people will say it's only Fulham, and they're right in that regard. You know, with respect to Fulham, you know, this is a game from Elneny. He's been at Arsenal for a while, you know. I'm not trying to be negative or rain on a man's parade. I'm just using all bases here. At the same time, you've got to give a man credit where it's due. You can only play what's played in front of you. You know, he played well against Fulham. Critics can say that it's only Fulham, but he did his job well. He never stops running. You know, he's not necessarily a midfield specialist at anything. He's not necessarily got the most expansive passing, but he does look like a more confident player. He has played well. I mentioned his passing. A lot of you remember in the build-up to Lacazette's goal, eventually, you know, Aubameyang pull it in, and what happened with the defender happened, and Lacazette and Willian got touches and, pardon me, and whatnot. But it's Elneny's ball over the top. Like, I've always felt Elneny is not as bad. People make out he's a terrible footballer. He's not. The problem is, you know, he's just not of that level to consistently play for us if we're going to get top four. I do think he can be in the squad. It's interesting when you know, if you bring in Partey and Aouar and you let Torreira and Guendouzi go, Elneny probably will not get game time. You've got Xhaka there, you've got Ceballos back on loan. I don't know what's happening with Joe Willock, you know, I don't know what the club is on. You know, Willian and Emil can be used in that role. Game time might be kind of scarce. But at the same time, Elneny does seem like someone that, I'm not going to say he's not happy to play because he went out on loan, but the Europa League, the rotation option, that's you. And that could be a shrewd addition and a good squad option for us, sort of thing. And many people will mention the Fulham one, but he did play well against Liverpool. Now, we can say, you know, pre-season, you know, if he does that against Liverpool, and I don't know if we're playing them in there, but in December, for example, where they're more likely to be fitter, you know, whatever their season's looking like, they're chasing that. Can he perform in a game like that? That's a legit reason, you know. I do think people, with good games, people get excited. Like, you know, big up Willian, he's a quality player. But when you speak to a lot of Chelsea fans, they recognise that quality, but can say frustrate. And we know in typical Arsenal fan fashion, you know, people are going to praise Willian against Fulham like they did for Ceballos against Newcastle. And the energy changes. Now, that's not just reserved to Arsenal fans, that's football fans in general. I'm on the fence with Elneny. Like I said, if it all depends what happens in the market. In an ideal world, you know, Xhaka, you know, Partey and Aouar is the dream in it. But let's just say them for this article. You know, if you bring in Xhaka, you bring in Xhaka's there, sorry. You've got Aouar and Partey. I believe in Torreira and Guendouzi, but they're gone. Like I said, Aouar, Partey, Xhaka. You know, you've got Ceballos back on loan for a year. You've paid money. You've got to use him. You've got Joe. Game time for Elneny might be scarce to come by, and the 28-year-old at 28 might want to seek past his new. But I do get that, like, you know, you could have a body there. You know, I don't agree with it. I'm pretty sure you've seen Elneny play centre half for this club at a period and at right back. I'm pretty sure. He's a, you know, and you can't imagine he will let his head drop and be too much of a headache for Arteta, or better yet, his former teammate. You know. We have to see, man, because right now, you know, Willian, Rob Holding, you know, my man Elneny, they're all calm, you know. In 10 games' time, will this look the same, you know? And what I will say, I don't mind Elneny staying, but what I will say is I want better options. I'm not going to lie. Elneny can stay for the squad, he'll be moved on. Big up him for his form. But over a 38-game period, you know, 37 left, Europa League, do I, in my heart, believe Elneny, you know, can he contribute in the squad? Yeah, he can do his thing. But if he was asking me, can he start and do a thing? Like, our options right now, excluding Ceballos, I'm not really feeling that, people. I'm not really feeling that. Because on another game, you know, when we have, to be fair, Fulham, they tried to remain rigid, but they're not necessarily the best coached defensive side, you know. If you're playing a Sheffield and stuff like that, where, you know, even give credit to them, they're good going forward. Can you break down them sides? And I'm not, Elneny's not the man for that, but, you know, the midfield is going to find themselves with that. We are going to play teams where we can't break the team down, and we're looking at our midfield to do things, and, you know, our midfield like to play sideways a lot. Arteta, the man whose only opinion matters and should matter to Elneny, and is, you know, seeing the likes of Mustafi get chances, he said, I feel really happy, and I have to thank Mikel Arteta for giving me a chance to play. I know it's not easy to be on loan and to come back to Arsenal, and I'm really happy because I've made everyone feel like I was not away from the team. This makes me really happy, and I have to thank Mikel Arteta because he's helped me a lot to feel like this. He speaks to me always, saying things like, we need you on the team. He's always giving me good feedback and always pushing me to get the best from me. I'm really happy. I'll give 100% every day in training, and if they give me the chance to play, I'll always give 100%. And Arteta kind of spoke about he's needed to give Elneny confidence. I don't know what that meant. I don't know if he, you know, if Elneny's just doubting his own qualities or what he can contribute to the team. You know, the fact that he's gone out on loan, does he believe he's part of the club, and does he just believe he's just sort of a standing player, you know, when more people come in, causing him to not believe in himself. I don't know, but it's another example of Arteta giving man belief and then playing out of their skin. Holding played good against Fulham, and to be fair, you know, he's been up for it in the times he's been called at Wembley. Do you get it? Maitland-Niles, you know, he's clearly worked on his first touch on his left peg, because some of them touches, yeah, I knew he was a techie baller, but I didn't know he had the left foot like that. So that's what you need your manager to do for you people. I forgot to mention in my tactical vid, so before I end it, I'll mention these irrelevant points to the video. Apparently, Lacazette is the first player to score the very first goal of two Premier League seasons, done it in 2017-18 and 2020-21. So the first goal of them seasons, I'm sure one was one against Leicester. I don't know. Or maybe that was his first goal in general. Apparently, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is the first player to score on matchday 1 in consecutive Premier League seasons for the first time since, ironically, another man who played on the wing for us, Robert Perez, did in 2003-04/04/05. Apologies for the noise, people. Gabriel was the 10th player to score on his debut, Premier League debut for Arsenal, and the first player to do so in an away game since Thomas Vermaelen in August 2009 against Everton. You know, two left-footed centre-halves. What is it with our left-footed centre-halves scoring on their debuts? I'm not going to complain. You know, another official debutant in the Premier League as well, and a fellow Brazilian in Willian, is the first player to assist 2 goals on his Premier League debut for us since Ray Parlour did in 1992, August of that year, against Liverpool. So yeah, man, you start as you mean to go on. All that matters is what we start, how we start, and how we finish. You know, the middle doesn't matter. The middle becomes a blur once this season is over. It's just about how you started the campaign and where you finish. Hopefully when we finish, it will be in more positive light, but who knows. On that note though, it's always a pleasure, as you lot know, but I gotta get out of here. People, DG.